So, many people are speculating when the next Splatoon 3 Direct will be or when we're going to get any news at all, and I want to share some of my thoughts and ideas on, what'll happen and when it'll get shown off. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions and ideas in the comments, so please let me know. Honestly, you guys have really good ideas, and I have so much fun talking to you guys about this stuff. I'm going to be 100% honest though, I avoided watching other videos on this topic just so I wouldn't accidentally, hear what someone says and accidentally pass stuff as my own. I might still do that, because I just don't know what other people are saying, so I'm sorry if I do. I promise you I'm not trying to take anyone else's ideas. Okay, first things first. A direct, or something that is kind of similar, like a presentation. I've seen that a lot of people are actually expecting a direct this month, and I'm kind of all for that. It seems pretty likely. It's been about 5 months since we got any info on Splat 3, and from all the other Splatoon trailers and stuff, from like Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 1, the gaps weren't usually this big. Splatoon 3 has had the most gaps. We all know why. It's hard to develop games in this current situation, and it takes longer, so we understand, but this kind of gives us a little bit of hope, especially because the game is scheduled to release this year. So, if they don't get a direct out soon, they're going to release a direct and like a month later release the game. So I think a February deadline for a Nintendo Direct / presentation date would actually be pretty fair. Or March. March also makes sense. I can definitely see a direct or presentation happening in March for Splatoon 3. That's very likely in my opinion. A random date off the top of my head would be like February the 16th or early March, like around the 3rd. If I'm right and anything happens on those days, those were complete guesses and I called it. So I just mentioned Splatoon 2 and how the trailers weren't really that spread apart before the game came out. And that's because Splatoon 2 was kind of a bit rushed. We didn't have everything in the game from the start. Not like I didn't enjoy Splatoon 2 at all, but there definitely wasn't as much content as I would have wanted. So I really hope with Splatoon 3 we get a lot of content right off the bat. I would still love content updates 100%, but I just hope Splatoon 3 isn't as barren as Splatoon 2 was when it came out. Again, I enjoyed Splatoon 2 when it released. I just want more. I think that'd be really nice. Especially because Splatoon 3 has to prove to us that it's worth playing more than Splatoon 2, because let's be honest, they're both Splatoon games, and if one has less content, most people are just going to keep playing Splatoon 2. Obviously, a lot of people are going to play Splatoon 3, but they need something to bring people in. Alright, but what about the presentation that I was talking about? What are they going to show off? I'm hoping they show off new weapons. The crossbow is really cool, but that, of course, isn't all of the new weapons that are coming to the game. I'd love to see all sorts of creative weapons making their debuts, getting shown off. That's easier said than done, because making weapons and making actual unique ideas is hard, but this is Splatoon, and fans have already created a ton of unique ideas, so I have faith that we'll be seeing more. I would also like to see them show off some new and fan favorite stages, maybe just like a little list with images or like an actual tour of some of the stages. I think that would be really cool. I know a lot of people aren't super keen on new stages coming back, or a lot of them, and I completely understand, but just any stages in general would be cool to get a tour of. I believe they're going to announce a test fire type thing, too. I was way more interested in the Splatfest World Premiere than the global test fires for Splatoon 2, but I think the global test fires are still going to take place. Not like the global test fires are bad, they're amazing, we still get to play the game, but there's just something about the Splatfest World Premieres that make them so fun and just really enjoyable. The Splatfest World Premiere is probably going to come out a week or so before the game actually releases, just to build up hype and get some people interested who maybe weren't going to be interested, while the global test fires are going to just be there for playtesting and stuff. I feel like that makes sense. Definitely the weapons that you're going to be able to use, in my eyes, I'm assuming a splatter shot, a roller, a charger, and the bow. Maybe the bow will replace the charger in it, so maybe we'll get like dualies, the bow, the roller, and the splatter shot. I think that's a really good lineup, because I don't really expect them to put 2 chargers in, although that would be kind of cool. But definitely the bow is probably going to replace the charger for the world premiere. I'm assuming we're going to get test fires in late April, maybe May, but I'm really thinking April or May. And again, this stuff with the dates is pure speculation. I don't know anything. I don't work at Nintendo. I'm just looking at like what happened with Splatoon 2 really, and seeing like how its release worked out and like putting that into Splatoon 3, which works in some ways, but again, Splatoon 2 was kind of rushed, so maybe it's not going to be the same. I'm going to be honest though, I'm not super good at Splatoon. like gameplay wise. I can't judge the game very much competitively because that's not my wheelhouse at all. I'm more of like a lore guy and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can't really say that much for the combat or how I hope the meta changes or anything because personally I don't know anything about that stuff. That new squid roll thing looks pretty cool though. I'm not gonna know how to do that properly at all for a very long time. Speaking of the lore though, I definitely want more single player to be shown off. A part of me wants the story to remain like really secretive and you know we can find everything out as we play, but we barely know anything everything now, so learning a little bit more wouldn't hurt. I'm not sure exactly what they'll show off, but you know, maybe we can kind of see how Mr. Grizz is the villain, because let's be honest, Mr. Grizz and Grizzco are probably, they're most likely, like 99% sure, the villains, you know, in some way. So it'd be really cool to see like what we're up against. Not like reveal the evil villain, but like maybe have like some text at the bottom of the screen that's like from question marks, and it just says, you know, something that Mr. Grizz would say. I think that'd be really cool. And hopefully a new mode gets shown off. I'm not sure exactly what. I actually talked about it in a previous video. You should totally check that out. But yeah, I'd really like to see what it'll be if it exists. My main prediction is that the game's gonna come out in July, around the 20th. I'm pretty sure, again, I haven't watched anything, but I'm pretty sure that's what most people have been saying, because Splatoon 1 and 2 both released around that time as well. So it would just kind of make sense. A summer release is kind of perfect for Splatoon. Makes a lot of sense, because a lot of people are home, you know, able to play games. It's the perfect Splatoon atmosphere. Alright, well, that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I actually made a Twitter account if you guys want to follow it in the description below. I'm just gonna be making posts, you know, being able to interact with you guys a little bit more. I think that'd be pretty fun. Yeah, you don't have to follow it or anything, because it's just Twitter, but it'd be cool to see you guys on there. And before I end the video, I just want to say thank you guys again. All my videos get so much support from you guys, and I feel like I say this at the end of every video, but honestly, I appreciate you all so much. Honestly, you guys are my main source of motivation for these videos, and I make them for fun too, but like, you guys just like being so nice to me. If I'm ever feeling down, like I don't want to make a video, and I get a nice comment, oh my gosh, that makes my day so much better. It makes me want to work harder to put the video out for you guys, so thank you guys so much. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I still don't really know what to say at the end. Yeah, bye.